See students, first of all, like we have discussed, one point you have to understand is, suppose there is a mass, there is a mass m. It is rotating in a circle of radius r. That means there is a centripetal acceleration towards the center. So that you know that it is a is equal to v square by r. What happens when you multiply mass with acceleration? You get a force. Okay, now this force is called centripetal force. That means an object which is rotating in a circular path, it experiences, must and should, a centripetal force. Now in this topic we are studying about circular turning of roads. Now what is this means? Suppose there is a mountain, a hill, there is a big hill is there, and we are going around the hill. Okay, we are going around the hill on road like this. Some vehicle is going. Okay, so what happens here? You cannot go beyond a certain speed limit, otherwise it will fall down. So we have to find what is the safe speed. Okay, so there are different cases in that. The simple case is, we try to achieve this safe speed by friction only. We try to achieve the safe speed by friction only. What is the meaning of that? Let us say this is a circle and there is a mass which is rotating in a circle. The center is somewhere here. So there will be an acceleration towards the center. But now this vehicle is there. How will be the vehicle? The vehicle will have tires, and this is the ground. This is the rough ground, right? So there will be a difference between the ground surface and the tires. All right. So here the centripetal force is because of the friction between the ground and the tires. How? See, this car is rotating like this. After some time it will be here, after some time it will be here, after some time it will be here. So how do you calculate frictional force if this is a so you find out the normal reaction N, and your frictional force will be in this direction. Frictional force will be in this direction. Now here the normal reaction will be perpendicular to this board. Okay, and the frictional force will be acting towards the center at different instances of time. So you can make a diagram like this. Okay, so what happens is, when this object is going in a circular path, if you draw the free body diagram, there is a circle. All right, there is this mass. This normal reaction is acting perpendicular to the screen, and there is a frictional force which will be developed in this direction. All right, because of the different positions of the car, the force will be acting towards the center. What is that frictional force? That frictional force will be equal to mu times n. Okay, now if you draw, now there is a force towards the center. So that means because the object is rotating in a circular path, there is a centripetal force. Now the centripetal force is because of which force here? Centripetal force is because of the frictional force here. See, an object can rotate in a circular path. The object which is rotating in a circular path experiences a centripetal force. Okay, but who is causing the centripetal force? Here frictional force is causing the centripetal force. So like this, now this car is there, car weight will be acting downward. This is the ground surface. So normal reaction will be acting upward. And in this direction there is, let us say, frictional force is there. So how do you find the normal reaction? Means sigma Fy is equal to 0. Okay, you are taking the equilibrium condition. Sigma Fy is equal to 0 at a particular instant of time. See, the car is moving, but the car is in contact with the ground. If you consider a very particular instant of time, the normal reaction is acting upward and the weight is acting downward. So that means upward if you consider positive, downward consider negative, n minus mg is equal to 0, or n is equal to mg. Now coming back to this equation, Fc is equal to mv square by r. What is this v? V is the speed with which this car is going right now. 10 km per hour, 20 km per hour, like that. This must be equal. Here F is equal to mu times n. That means mu times mg. You can cancel m. So you are getting v square is equal to mu rg, or v is equal to root over mu rg. Okay, so when you are going around in a circular path, you might have seen some boards where it will be written as speed limit is 20 km per hour only, or 25 km per hour only. So that means this v what we have calculated, this is the optimum speed. You should not exceed this speed, not exceed. Up to this speed, this friction is taking care of your safety. Let us say if you calculate using this formula, you got some 20 km per hour speed. Okay, so up to 20 km per hour, friction is taking care of your safety. But if you go at more speed than this, let us say 22 km per hour, what will happen means the car will fall into the cliff. That is why that signboards are kept. So in this case we have discussed circular, when a car is going in a circular road, how with only friction we can provide the safety to the driver. Now let us discuss the second case. You might have seen this car racing. In that, actually what they do is they race the road. Okay, now this is the horizontal plane. This is the horizontal plane. This is where the car will be going. They will raise this surface by putting mud or whatever, some filling material. They raise this. So they raise this by an angle. Now this angle is called banking of roads. Okay, so this is your car. Now this car actually is going in a circle. There is a race happening, let us say. Okay, so we need to draw the free body diagram of this car, and we need to understand what are the forces which are acting here. So the center will be somewhere here. The center will be somewhere here. The car is going like this. Okay, obviously the car will have some weight, the car will have some mass, so the weight will be acting vertically downward. So we need to resolve the forces now, and here you see this car is on the surface, so the normal reaction will be perpendicular to the surface, perpendicular to the inclined surface. That means this angle will be 90. So this is your normal reaction. So while telling about free body diagram, I told you that you can take axis in the fashion you want to take. So here if I take axis as this is x-axis and this is y-axis, so here you have one force n like this. So if this is theta, if this angle is theta, if you calculate by geometry, even this angle will come as down. Okay, so we can have two components of normal reaction, one in the y direction, one in the x direction. If this is theta, let us say this is your n and this is the angle theta. So this component will be n cos theta and this component will be n sin theta. Okay, so here this is n sin theta and this is n cos theta. You can see here center is here and n sin theta force is towards the center. If there is a force towards the center, there is a centripetal force, and that centripetal force here will be equal to n sin theta. Okay, but what is the centripetal force? mv square by r. Let us say this car is running in a circular path with a speed of v. So mv square by r is equal to n sin theta. This is our equation. If you see in the y direction, n cos theta is in the positive y direction and mg is in the downward direction. Is the car losing contact with the ground? It is stable with the ground. So we can apply equilibrium condition. That means sigma Fy is equal to 0. Sigma F equal to 0 condition we can apply. So if you apply that, the mg force is acting downward. It is balanced by n cos theta which is acting upward. Okay, so we can write mg is equal to n cos theta. This is the second equation. So from here we can get an expression for v. See, what are we trying to find out? We are trying to find out the safe speed of the car. The driver in the car should be safe. So we are trying to find out the speed. So to find the speed, you have to do 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2 equation if you do, you get mv square by r divided by mg is equal to n sin theta by n cos theta. So n cancel, m cancel, v square by rg is equal to tan theta. Okay, so from here you can get v is equal to rg tan theta root over. So you can find the speed with which the car can go. Now here very important point is we are doing only banking of road. We are not taking any friction. We are assuming that the surface is smooth. That is why there is no frictional term here. We are assuming the surface is smooth. So only by banking of road you are achieving the safety of the person. Okay. So what is the safe speed here? V is equal to root over Rg tan theta. So you can see the tan theta component is deciding the speed of the vehicle with which he should go. So you can change the value of theta, tan value will change and thereby V value will change. So for a particular banking of road, let us say you have a road, you have put some 30-degree banking, let us say. So for this you will, R is a constant, G is a constant, you will get a particular speed, let us say some 40 km/h. So this is the speed you should maintain on the track. If you go beyond the speed, again the same situation will come as which has come in the previous case. It will fall off. Okay. Third case, where banking and friction both have to be considered. See, in the previous case, when we have calculated that v should be equal to root over rg into tan theta. See, if v is very high, it is going to fall off on the other side. Other side means this is the banking. You are going at pretty high speed. What will happen? It will topple down in this direction. Now let us say, so this is a case where v is, let us say, very high, gr tan theta. It is going to topple in this direction. So the center is on this direction here. If you go with a less speed, what will happen? It will roll down in this direction. Suppose v is less than gr tan theta. It is going to roll down here. So we have a situation where, you know, sometimes the turns, the circular turns where this vehicle is moving, they are very sharp, very sharp. Then banking alone isn't sufficient. So there what we have to do means we have to take the help of friction also. We have to take the help of friction also. We will take a case where v is more than root over rg tan theta. So in this situation, there is a car like this. We have to draw the free body diagram. So its weight is acting downward. This is the direction of normal reaction. Okay. And when you go at a higher speed, the vehicle tends to move in the upward direction along the plane. The vehicle tries to move in the upward direction along the plane. So the frictional force will be acting downward. So understand the reasoning. When you go at more speed, the vehicle will try to move in the upward direction. The vehicle will try to move in this direction. So friction between the tires and the plane will be acting in the downward direction. So here we have seen that if you draw a vertical here, if this is theta, this is also theta. So like that, in the previous case, we will resolve the forces. This is n cos theta. If this is theta, this will be n cos theta, and this is n sin theta. And here the frictional force is acting downward. Okay. And you also know that the center is towards this side. So mv square by r force also will be generated in this direction. You see here in this situation, if this is f, okay, if this is theta, if I draw a parallel line here, this will also be theta. Okay, so the frictional force also can be resolved into two forces. One in this direction, this force will be f cos theta, and this vertically downward force will be f sin theta. It will be in the direction of mg. Assuming the vehicle is in equilibrium, we can write sigma f horizontal is equal to 0 and sigma f vertical is equal to 0. We are calling this as horizontal and this as vertical. Okay. sigma fx and fy is equal to 0, like that also you can say. So what happens is, in the vertical direction you get n cos theta is equal to mg plus f sin theta. Okay, in the horizontal direction, let us say this n sin theta force, see f cos theta is in this direction. Okay, so the net force will be n sin theta plus f cos theta is the force which is acting towards the center. Okay, so here see, this condition I have taken, and in the horizontal direction we are saying that there is a centripetal force because of the total force acting in the x direction. What is the total force acting in the x direction? So don't consider this as 0. Actually, um, at the state of equilibrium, let us say n sin theta and f cos theta here in the both are in the same direction. So the net force here will be n sin theta plus f cos theta, and that net force is that centripetal force. Okay, in this case you cannot write sigma fh is equal to 0 because the frictional component is adding to n sin theta. So from here you got two equations, and from these two equations you can calculate the value of v. Okay, from these two equations, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So you have to frame the equation and you have to solve for it. Okay, so this is one case. So let us now discuss the case where v is less than gr tan theta. In the previous case we have discussed when v is more than gr tan theta. So what do I mean by this statement? So let us say there is an inclined plane. This is the banking angle theta. This is the side where the center is there. Your centripetal force will be acting in that direction. So this vehicle, let us say it has to maintain 40 km/h speed. Let us say for some reason it is now having 10 km/h speed. It will fall down the slope. It will fall in this direction. Alright. So in this situation, everything remains same only. The weight will be acting downward. Normal reaction will be acting like this only, perpendicular to this plane. The vehicle tends to fall down because of low speed. So the friction will be acting against in the upward direction. Rest all things remain same. If this is theta, draw a parallel line here. This will also be theta. You know, this is theta. This is also theta. So this is f. So f will have two components. This is f cos theta and this is f sin theta. We are taking x-axis in this direction, y-axis in this direction. So here in the vertical direction it will be sigma fy is equal to 0, like in the previous case. So here vertical direction, how many forces are there? We have to resolve. We know that if this is theta with respect to vertical, even this is also theta. So this force will be n cos theta, and in this direction n sin theta will be there. So sigma fy is equal to 0 means n cos theta, f sin theta both are in the upward direction. N cos theta plus f sin theta both are in the upward direction, and they are balanced by mg force which are acting downward direction. This is one equation. Okay. Now in the x direction, see the net force, F net force is mv square by r. That is your centripetal force. Now what is that net force here? N sin theta is acting towards center, F cos theta is acting away from the center. So the net force will be equal to N sin theta minus F cos theta. Obviously N sin theta has to be either equal to or greater than F cos theta. Then only the question of centripetal force comes. Otherwise no question of centripetal force. So here also you can see we got two equations. Your idea is to calculate the velocity, all right, and we have introduced this frictional element because you know that friction basically is mu times n. So you are introducing mu. So using these two equations we have to basically solve for the velocity. Once you find the velocity, you will see whether it is in the safe zone or not. Okay, or coming other way, if you fix the banking angle, you can know what is the speed which is allowed on that road. So if you see the previous case, we got the same thing, mv square by r is equal to n sin theta plus f cos theta. So in a general sense we can say that mv square by r is n plus or minus f cos theta, depending upon the value of v. If the value is less than g r tan theta, you have to put minus. If the value is more than g tan theta, you have to put plus. So once you work out n and f, see what is this f? F is always mu times n. Okay. So once you work out n, f is worked out. R is the known radius, m is the mass of the vehicle. You can work out the value of v. So here you have to see the procedure, and any problem comes, you have to apply these steps. So how do you find n? Means there are two equations here. So what are actually unknowns here? See, theta is known. F can be written in terms of n. Okay, here the unknowns are v and n. Rest all are known. What are the known quantities? M is a known quantity, R is a known quantity, theta is a known quantity. Okay, so using these two equations you can solve for the unknowns. So this is the method to calculate for this topic. Thank you.